What's good, y'all? This your boy Woke, man, back with another one. I wanted to speak on the whole big creator versus small creator topic that was coming up within the community. I think we have to keep this in mind, right? It's not necessarily one side being right, one side being wrong. But I do think it's a couple things that we have to establish before we have an honest conversation. I was in the actual space when it all went down. It was cool to hear from everybody, but I saw too much disingenuity. I don't even know if that's a word, but I saw too much people just being hyperbolic. Like, let's be honest, guys, with the whole conversation. If you are a small creator coming into this niche with guys that have millions of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, you're not gonna get that much coverage. Your channel will not get pushed like theirs. They can make a video literally of them burping and they'll get more views than your greatest creation of a video that you make. That's just the reality of it. So when the big creators say just be more creative, just work harder, sure, that is a foundation to have success on YouTube, but that is not all that it's going to take. Many small creators create way better content than some of the big creators. A lot of the big creators I personally don't necessarily follow. I like some of the smaller creators' content. I think there's more value in what they say. I think they have better edits. I think like their thumbnails better. I like their opinion better. I like they give better insight. I think they're better at the game. It can give me different mechanics, strategies, or tech in the game that I didn't know about. So the big creators in that aspect, I think they're kind of being dishonest. It's not only gonna be that so you can then eat off the game. Is that maybe the start of it? Sure, but that's not all it is. So also too, small creators. Granted, nobody owes us anything, and I say us because I'm a small channel. Nobody owes us a damn thing. Big creators don't owe it to us to help us. Should they? I mean, that's their prerogative. Could they? They sure could. Is it helpful to the community if big creators reach down to help other creators so the whole space is healthy? Sure, that is good to do. But they don't owe that to us either. So I just want to keep this in mind when we're having this discussion. In the whole situation where, Spike Chunsoft and Bandai are giving big creators early access. I mean, this goes on in every genre of games. I'm huge. I have a whole other channel where I talk about sports and like sports games and things like that. This happens all the time in the other communities. It just is what it is, guys. Is it unfair? I mean, it's unfair, but that's just the marketing strategy companies use. When you have a bigger platform, they get it out there to you so your followers could see it, get more eyes on it. It's all marketing. You can't really knock marketing. From a business perspective, it makes a lot of sense for them to do it like that. But it is what it is, guys. We have to live with it, and that's just how we do it. Now, the one thing I do say with that approach and how they did it in this niche specifically, I do not like the big creators getting access and then showing story mode, showing every aspect of the game. If you get it and you drop your gameplays, that's cool. That's what everybody does. But then to get the game and to have the entire story mode out on the game, but 2 weeks until release, like I was seeing every piece of the story mode with different branches of scenarios over a week ago. That doesn't make any sense to me, and I think that's ridiculous. And I feel like that's being a disservice to the community, because the big creators are always saying, don't focus on that easy, lazy content. Why are they saying that? Because maybe everybody's doing it, but the most important reason is that's what they're doing. They make easy, lazy content because they can eat off of it. And if everybody is doing it, guess what? They're going to still get eyes, but it may take away from them. Let's be honest. Right? That easy, simple stuff, is what has grown small channels. During this time that the game's been announced, throughout the time where they were having play tests and things like that at these various conventions, the channels I saw under 500, under 1,000, boom to 10, 15,000. Guess what they were just releasing? They were just releasing gameplay. It wasn't their opinions. It wasn't them giving great feedback and breakdowns. It was them literally going to these conventions and dropping exclusive gameplay. The big creators say just dropping gameplay, that's nothing. Gotta get creative. Well, guess what? Most of their channels currently is full of gameplay reactions. And guess what? The guys that actually grew during the period before the game dropped were dropping exclusive gameplay. So in that sense, getting early gameplay does affect a lot of things, because even if you want to say, bro, even if a small creator gets early access to gameplay, they won't get as many views as a big creator. Sure, but guess what? When that big creator reacts to that gameplay, they're going to tag that small creator and shout them out. So guess what that small creator gets? That small creator gets a lot of, as we say, a lot of that clout the big creator has, that then goes to the small creator. That opens them up to a whole new audience of people. When that small creator shouts them out, when that small creator has their name in the title or in the description, they get a lot of that just by being the guy that had the gameplay. So that's extremely valuable to a small creator. And in the reverse, when the big creator gets the early access early, right? Which I understand, but this is the reality of it. The way they set it up is when they get the gameplay early, and guess what? All the small creators try to go do reactions to it. Guess what? That always points everyone back to the big creators. The rich get richer. You see that? So at the end of the day, the advice from big creators, I understand, but be honest, bro. If I was a big creator, be like this, bro. If you're not already big, it's gonna be hard. You probably won't have great success until at least a year of just grinding. So the biggest thing right now is make sure you have a passion for this. It's not finna be overnight. It's not about to happen quickly. Could you post a video and it could just catch fire? Sure, it could, but that's not gonna happen for everybody. Could you make better edits, better thumbnails, great videos, better than me? Sure. But I've been doing this for so long, I have a loyal fan base. So your videos, even if it's way better than mine, won't do as good just because I'm in the algorithm. I have subscribers. I have a community. That's the reality. But don't be discouraged. It just takes time. Tell that to people. Say it's going to take time. Say, yes, you have to be more creative. Yes, you have to do more. Yes, you can stand out. But even with that, it's going to still take time. So more importantly, make videos that you like, make videos your subscribers like, and make videos that have longevity. Think outside the box, but just know it won't happen overnight. It's not going to be quick. And also know nobody has to help you make it. And also big creators, when you come into like this, bro, YouTube 10 years ago was different from YouTube now. Was it competition then? Yes. But guess what? It's more now. It's a different landscape. The algorithm is different. How many people are doing it is different. 10 years ago, people didn't know that they could make a living, become millionaires off YouTube per se. But guess what? Content creation, vlogging, podcasts, gaming, it's grown so much in the past decade. Let alone some guys started back in 2012, 2010, a decade and a half ago. So keep that in mind when you're giving advice. It's not the same. It's nothing like coming to a fresh niche, posting videos. You're just posting videos because it's not that saturated and you just get big off of it. And then 10 years later, well, you're huge because you're one of the first consistent guys in the niche. That's how a lot of these guys got big. They were one of the first consistent people within the niche. That's how most people that are huge right now. They started years ago. They were really consistent in that niche, and they just grew over time. They didn't come into a hyper competitive market within the year and took over. No, they didn't do that. But that's what small creators are up against right now. So let's keep the advice 100. Let's keep it real, and we'll all be better for it. So those are just my thoughts on it, man. Let me know what you think. Am I off base? Am I on point? Let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Way more videos dropping soon. Also, I will be playing subs when the game drops. So if you are not subbed, please sub up. Running all games all week long. And hell, all the time, y'all. I want all the smoke. So I appreciate y'all again. With that, we say salute.